You have added in your observations that whenever Miss Sonia Gandhi was, whenever you learned from your father that she had heaped a lot of praise on him or recognized his services, you always felt there was something amiss, something withholding, something going wrong there, or there was something more to it. And you say that on the other hand, I find, we may call it a trust deficit or a gap in trust, but you said this may have a background from the point when the late Indira Gandhi was assassinated and Rajiv Gandhi took over as Prime Minister. If you could share with us, why do you think that became a kind of a turning point?
Well, I think the two questions are a bit unrelated, because first about his Sonia Gandhi's praising him and then withholding something that he wanted. I think that was perhaps in a way Sonia Gandhi's style of softening the blow. And of course my father's never commented about it anything, but this I have seen over a pattern. The second question, the trust deficit, it goes way back in 1984, and that time after Indira Gandhi's assassination, there was a rumor that my father staked his claim to be the interim Prime Minister, but which is not at all true, which my father himself wrote at length in his book, which I have also written, about it, based on some of his handwritten books, handwritten notes, which I have found. And so there are a lot of issues, but
but you think that impression stuck, even though it wasn't true?
The fact of the matter is, because Rajiv Gandhi himself was in the flight, and he was privy to the conversation. I mean, and my father only told him and the others present also, Balram Chakar and others, in presence of others, that you are going to be the Prime Minister.
Right.
I mean, we want you to be the Prime Minister. So that fact of staking claim is completely false. It was a rumor. And why it was, spread like this, who planted, that's all there in my book. I don't want to reveal everything so the readers will not buy the book.
Fair enough, fair enough. But you do have a chapter which clearly says Pranab Mukherjee, the Prime Minister, who,
Yes, I was coming to that, Smita. So, but the fact of the trust deficit, my father's own analysis of it, what he felt that in the 2 months of working with Rajiv Gandhi immediately after the assassination of Indira Ji.
Mrs. Gandhi, yes.
So he felt that perhaps Rajiv Gandhi realized that it was not easy to work with a person like Pranab Mukherjee, who had a very strong mind of his own, backed with a formidable combination of knowledge, experience and expertise.
But Rajiv difficult. Gandhi being a comparative novice at that point of time, shouldn't Pranab Mukherjee's expertise and experience have been an asset actually?
Well, that's something you need to ask Rajiv Gandhi, and unfortunately he is not here. So that question I can't answer, that why Rajiv Gandhi did it. But this is my father's analysis. I do tend to agree with him that was the basis of his Rajiv's mistrust, and perhaps that was also the mistrust of mistrust with Sonia Ji. Not complete mistrust, but not complete trust also to the extent, because they might felt that my father might not have towed the line so blindly and might have become a source of a challenge to their authority.
Right. So that is why you said he was the Prime Minister we never had.
Well, that's not I say, that's many people say. So
yes,
I picked up this particular line, this particular phrase from, there are many articles, and especially after he's passed away or after many, so this was the headline, the Prime Minister India never had.
Never had.
So but I actually picked up the line from that.
You have written, and it's been said for over the years. You write that he did confess with you, or I would say share with you, that he wanted to be Prime Minister, because when you are in politics, it is that is everybody's ambition. But at the same time, he wasn't bitter about the fact that he didn't get that chance.
Very true, Smita. He definitely had the desire of becoming the Prime Minister, and he told me very clearly that any serious politician worth his salt has this desire. But he also knew, he was a matured person, he also knew that there are many desires which might not be fulfilled, which might not get fulfilled. So he accepted that he will not become the Prime Minister, and he accepted it, and he just accepted it and moved on in his life. So at the end of it, I think, he was...
But that could have been his magnanimity or his,
I think that was
nature
his,
to accept
that was his
things.
Nature. That was his nature to
But
accept.
you think it was an unjust thing to have been done?
Just unjust, in one thing I realized about reading Baba's diaries, and also through our own life experiences, Smita, we are all mature people. Everything in life is not just black and white, and there are a lot of shades of gray.
True.
And our truths also can be, perceived from different sides. So I don't want to comment on this, whether it was just or unjust. That is for the other people to comment.
Fine.